The global payments landscape is being affected by a number of factors. We have factors coming externally to the industry. So you have the consumer desire. We have an educated consumer pretty much globally now who's expecting things to be immediate. They're also expecting things to be free or close to. Certainly they're not expecting to perceive how they're being billed for the services they're requiring. And they see any imposition of cost or any imposition of delay as inefficiency in a system that they want to overcome. The other part you've got big pressures coming from are the regulators. Regulators, yes, reflecting consumer pressure because the consumer pressure comes through the governments, comes through the media onto the regulators, but also they've got the big concern about safety. They're looking at the integrity of these networks. They're looking at the integrity of the schemes our whole industry runs over, and they have to make sure it's safe. Safety and speed are difficult things to measure together. You also have a pressure that the industry is putting on itself. Every business wants to improve its bottom line by delivering more value to its customers. The payments industry is delivering more value to its customers through enhanced payment messaging, moving money and moving data at the same time. Now that is a brilliant technology advantage, it's a brilliant business advantage that it can pass on, it's a brilliant consumer advantage it can pass on, but it comes at a big cost. They all add up to a huge burden of change on the industry at the moment. The pressures mean that the participants in the industry are having to react faster to changes than they've ever done before. They're having to react faster to governments, they're having to react faster to their customer base, they're having to react faster to the whole competition sphere that's happening out there. And that is putting a strain on these businesses because as safety and speed do not necessarily coexist very well. And if you have a scheme, if you have a structure that you've been put in place to move millions and trillions of pounds, dollars, euros, yen, whatever you're shifting, that needs to be rock solid. The competitive dynamic can be summed up as the struggle between the small and agile and the secure and established. The small agile players can get into markets very rapidly, they can capitalize on the early adopters, they can make a quick difference. But are they actually going to be able to have the business operations and the longevity to be able to outpace the larger organizations who have the experience, who may be coming out of the blocks slightly slower? The ideal outcome here is a brilliant mixture of stability and agility, and that's a difficult end goal, whichever direction you're coming from. I don't think anybody's going to be able to tell you what payments will look like far beyond 2016. You can say, yes, within the next 5 years there'll be a point where it's entirely natural to transfer money from Paris, Texas to Paris, France instantly, and it'll just happen without question. When we'll get there, not sure, within a 5-year period. What's going to happen between now and then is this ever-increasing pace of change, and we as an industry have got to respond to the whole thing by becoming more agile. We're going to need to step away from our long and thoughtful product cycles based upon bedrock security that's being required, and somehow manage to carry that concept through to a new agile deployment, agile thinking, quick reacting product cycle almost, and just accept that much of our investment is probably going to be something we build on rather than we actually exploit. We'll start looking like Google or one of the companies that churns product through. Some of it will be huge winners and will become part of the global stage going forward. Others will fall by the wayside, but you're not going to be able to tell what your business opportunity is until it's actually on top of you. There's no doubt that the competition we're seeing across the global payments industry will result in some big winners and some losers. The people who win will win big. They will be providing daily services to billions of people. And while they will not be charging a lot for the individual process that they're running through, that's going to be a lot of processes. It's going to be a lot of processes with a lot of added value in some cases for which they can charge even more. So we're going to see some of our biggest players become even better established and really leverage the ability of their global networks. We're going to see some new entrants that really take off, and there may well be an Amazon for the payments business out there. That's going to be the exciting part about the next 5 years.